This week, what is Trump done? Who gives a shit? We're talking to the foreign correspondents on Content Pinning the Show. It doesn't mean we don't have to talk about Trump. If you guys want to talk about Trump, I'm just like, I don't feel like it. But you guys are the guests, so.
It might come up.
Yeah. Anything might come up, right?
Yeah. It's not like we're going anywhere.
Sure.
Just like America.
Just like America. Oh, topical. Welcome to Content Pinning the Show with Travis and Dylan. I'm Travis.
I am Dylan.
We're a podcast that takes place in Austin, Texas, at Don's Depot, one of the best bars in the entire fucking bleeding world. Mm-hmm. This podcast likes to cover the things that have happened over the week with interesting people, or just talk to interesting people what they're going to be doing in the future. And we love to talk to these guys. They're some of my favorite people in the whole world. If you listen to our previous show, Drunkcast Live, you probably know the foreign correspondents. That's Neil Perleberg on my left. Hello. And Todd Fitt across from him.
Howdy.
Because direction's very important on a podcast. What's up, guys? How's it going?
Well.
Great. Yeah. That's been our show, so have a great one.
Everything's been fine.
The credits are rolling. No, what the fuck's been up? Neil, I haven't really seen you to talk to you on, especially not on the new show.
No,
So
it's been a while.
Give us a rundown of who you are, what you like, and what's been going on.
Still the same young guy I was a year ago.
Just a year older, yeah?
Yeah, a year older. You're wiser. No, I've actually been just kind of laying low in Austin. Haven't been doing any traveling, saving up for traveling. So I think I was counting today. I think I've worked 9 jobs since the last time I was on this show. So
wow,
yeah, it's been exciting.
That's a lot of stuff.
Yeah. All of them humiliating. So
Good. Par for the course. Nothing's changed. Yeah. What was your favorite of the 9 jobs?
Ooh, gosh. I don't think so. No.
It looks like a joint.
It's not mine.
Let's give it a shot.
Favorite of the 9 jobs. I worked at the Casino El Camino downtown for about 5 months bartending there.
Nice.
That's what happened.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
Got to be cussed at by there was the punk rock kids. It was always like the 50-year-old lady who's a tourist in town who doesn't understand why she has to show her ID for a hamburger.
Sure. Yeah. Or that hamburgers take time.
Yeah.
Or that there are other people on the planet. Yeah. That's fun.
If you've ever been called an asshole by someone your mother's age, it's
it's probably pretty validating.
really fun. Yeah.
Called an asshole by my mother. Does that count?
It does. Yeah, it does.
Cool. That worked out well.
Wow, that's 2 new fetishes I just developed. So you set the fire then, is what I'm hearing?
Set is a strong word. Like, didn't do anything to prevent it.
Okay.
No. They actually just reopened up last weekend. Good folks. I'm still working at the South Side location of that bar, owned by the same guy.
Cool.
Mr. Casino from Buffalo, real nice guy.
Yeah.
But it's been great. So working a lot of carpentry jobs and getting closer and closer to the financial goal for the motorcycle trip down to South America.
Awesome.
Yeah, we're
Awesome.
looking at next spring, I think.
Hey, April. Right?
April. Yeah, fingers crossed.
Awesome.
That's great.
Yeah.
And Todd, tell us a little bit about who you are and what you've been doing.
I haven't done much since Cuba, really.
Yeah.
Just working and
Well,
trying to...
considering this is kind of like a new show, it's like kind of an idea.
I was on the new show when I went to Cuba.
Right. But I want to see what you've been doing since then, and then have both of you explain what the foreign correspondence is and all that. So
Wait, so
this is a number of I'm baking a very large cake, and I'm starting
okay.
out. Yeah.
Layers.
Yeah.
I've pretty
He's the
much-
royal icing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Since we went to South America last year, I've done a lot. I've done a little bit of traveling.
Yep.
I was in Canada, Cuba. I went to spring training. Spent a lot of time in Virginia.
It shows. You look trim. Yeah.
Do I?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Amazing.
It's a baseball physique, but it's good.
Well, sure. I mean, it used to be a football, so
All I got to do.
which is pretty good.
Sons of bitches.
You're ugly.
But you got a molester mustache, and you're giving me shit.
It's like the Persian rug makers. Like always, there's one stitch that's wrong. Because only
See?
God is perfect.
It's like
All
every
right, yeah.
stitch is wrong in that piece of shit.
So Neil is going to be the racist one tonight. Got it.
Yeah.
Cool.
We
Okay, all right. I don't think it was racist, but I can fill in the racist.
Look,
shoes
we
if
had a
you need.
black president. It's over. You can say whatever you want now.
Yeah. We're free.
Post-racist society.
Oh, yeah. Wave whatever flag you want. Just don't let anyone see it.
Yeah. So, I mean, Originally, we were coming on the show because we were going to go to Iceland and Ireland, but we kind of screwed the pooch on that.
And you guys were going to go as the collective, the Foreign Correspondents.
For part of it.
Well,
Yeah.
sure.
Because he was going to stay in Iceland and I was going to go to Ireland and England, but things aren't working out that well. So I think we're going to just kind of hold off until either April, or maybe we'll do a quick trip to Mexico or something at some point.
Yeah. There's always.
Canada.
Honestly, one of those things. Ticket prices for some reason or another just jumped up like $400 or $500. Any player's interesting. So it's a kind of.
Trump's trying to keep us here,
Yeah.
trying to keep the man down.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's just.
Yeah. Why don't you think of the white people who want to travel?
Yeah. Why not? The ones that are trying to escape.
Right.
Like-
well, okay. Now it makes sense. Yeah.
We were kind of promised he was going to pay attention to white people, and this is not really.
right.
There are two guys that has not worked out for.
Son of a bitch.
So it's money issue then? You're just saving up for...
Yeah, it's a money issue. Like, because the motorcycle trip from Alaska to Argentina is not cheap.
No, definitely not cheap.
So
Yeah.
No.
So give some backstory. Like the first time we had you guys on the show, first time we just kind of started to work. You started to do the project, the Foreign Correspondents,
Yep.
as a team. The big one was Australia, right?
Yeah.
Tell us about what that trip was going to be.
it is going to be.
What it is going to be. Excuse me. Yeah.
Like, the Alaska to Argentina trip is kind of like
A
our
test. Yeah.
prelude to...
Okay. Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, sure. Go for the much shorter distance. That's a whole lot harder to do than go to Australia. Yeah.
Well, getting everything to Australia is
Yeah.
going to be the bitch. Like, you can drive to Argentina.
So talk about that goal. What was the idea of what were you going to do in Australia?
This is...
No, that's
Oh,
yours.
the Australia thing?
Yeah.
We just found out that there was the longest continuous road in the world is in Australia,
Yeah.
and I just wanted to drive it, and he said he would do it. So,
Yeah.
like, let's give it a shot.
Now you're a team.
Got some, yeah. God, that's depressing.
But the whole point was you guys were going to do it on a motorcycle, on a Ural.
Euro, yeah.
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 And we're gonna do it on the Euro.
Cool. Yeah. Or a different one. You know.
Oh yeah.
I guess.
If we don't fuck that one up
Yeah. Like getting back. Yeah.
in Panama or something.
But sidecar, a motorcycle in a sidecar.
Yeah.
That was your gimmick. It wasn't just, car. It was, no, we're doing this, on three wheels.
Yeah.
We could also work out a gimmick that like included air conditioning. That might be something. Throwing it out there.
That would have been nice.
Todd, you look really weird with that mustache.
Well, hopefully, in that entire trip, we'll be able to keep the sidecar, so we're not,
Yeah.
back to front to back.
that'd be fun.
whatever. Yeah, no.
If that happens, make sure you let us know. We'll ship you one of those shirts that says, "If you can read this, my bitch fell off."
No.
I think another shirt like I fell off. It says in the back. Too. Yeah.
Yeah, return me too. Yeah.
No, I don't like this.
Yeah.
You'd be a great mama. A great mama. Yeah. What? Well, that's what they call them. I think. I don't know.
So the foreign correspondents.
This is going off the rails pretty quick.
Yeah. That's basically the new format. So tell us about that.
So your whole gimmick is obviously you're traveling as a pair of compatriots. And last time you guys went down to Central America, right?
South.
South America, yeah. And you just kind of wandered around. That's kind of part of your thing. You're not trying to go to a destination per se. You're just trying to figure it out and meet people and stay in weird hostels and just.
Well, we had
Find
destinations
all the
we
Irish
wanted to
bars.
see, and
Oh yeah, but it wasn't a matter of we're going to London to see the Queen's jewels, and I was like, no, we're going to wander around this thing and
Explore a thing on a series of. Yeah.
we'll get there eventually.
Good stuff. Like,
we're going to take our sweet ass time. And
What were all,
Till we run out of money.
stops in that trip?
Oh
Where
gosh. We went. We're in Bogota, Medellin,
Santa Marta,
Santa Marta,
San Augustine,
Cartagena.
Quito, Ecuador, Montanita,
Yeah, down to
Cusco,
Lima, Peru.
yeah,
Parts in between. A lot of bus rides.
Torona National
Yeah.
Park.
One very
of planes.
dangerous truck ride.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was fun.
What was your favorite part of that trip?
Gosh.
Donkey John.
Donkey Town. Yeah,
Donkey
no,
Town.
that was a great. Yeah.
Thank you for saying that because I'm sure he was going to say cocaine.
Hey, whoa.
The cocaine was fun.
No. It's
It was fresher down there, yeah.
Right from the vine, yeah.
I'd have to say Peru was just such a delightful place. It was extremely pretty, and the food was just phenomenal.
amazing.
And I mean,
Yeah.
if you go to any country in like Central and South America, like you'll just find that like they've got like, oh, the food's great, we do it really well, and it's just like a different way for like chicken and rice to be prepared. I'm not knocking it, but you go down to Peru, they have like 1,000 different ways to make ceviche and weird sorts of like spins on Chinese food and things like that.
Oh
So
yeah,
it was,
the
it was
Chinese
great.
food's off the charts.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Well, it's because a lot of Chinese people will go to Peru and get their become a citizen of Peru, and then when they become a Peruvian citizen, they'll come to the United States because it's easier for them that way. At least that's what we were
interesting.
told.
Interesting.
I don't know if
Okay.
that's true, but
Another loophole.
So that's why we need a wall.
A wall in
Yeah.
Peru.
yeah, a Peruvian wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
That's a good band
The
name.
Andes. I guess that's kind of a wall, a gigantic
it's true.
fucking wall.
Just geography jokes from here on out, guys. So the trip then, the prelude, as you said, the prelude to the Australian trip is a trip from where to where?
So we'll be going up to the northernmost point, which you can drive to in North America, which is Prudhoe Bay up in Alaska.
Okay.
And that will kind of be our jump-off point. It's difficult road to ride, but at the same time, in an area where people still speak English and can understand when I say I don't know anything about motorcycle maintenance when it breaks down. Kind of important to me
Sure.
and Todd, I think.
You won't find any of those in Australia for sure.
So Prudhoe Bay and north of Fairbanks is like there's some crazy dirt road that you have blizzards in August, and they shut it down for polar bears and things like that.
Yeah, so
Okay.
we have to have a gun with us in Alaska
Yeah.
for polar bears.
Yeah. And you
Really?
know,
Yeah.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
Eskimos.
Yeah.
Well, there's a rape problem. I do hear there's a rape problem up
With
there.
polar bears?
Polar bears,
or,
yeah.
in
They're
your-
very rapey.
I don't know
yeah.
who rapes. I mean, he's still out there, so could be anything. But that's not hyperbole. There's a weird rape problem with up there. So so just be careful. You know,
Oh,
bring two guns. Is what I'm saying. You know.
You didn't tell me that.
I didn't know about that. Yeah.
Well, it's very cold. You know, you do anything for warmth.
It's a skin
No,
to
we
skin
won't.
contact. Yeah.
Right. No, well, you guys won't. No, sure.
No, we will not.
Are you guys taking the bike you have now?
Correct.
For that trip? Okay.
Correct. Yeah.
So how are we going to ship it to? Or are we going to drive it up?
We're driving it to Alaska.
driving it up, driving it back down, stopping off in Austin, reevaluating our financial situation. I'm sure.
And our
yeah.
friendship.
Yeah, and our friendship. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then we'll head on down.
Yeah, and that's I think probably a lot of planning will have to go into that as far as like I know like there's weird insurance requirements and international driver's license and borders and things like that. We'll have to kind of
Yeah.
negotiate.
Yeah.
Because we're crossing a lot of areas.
We'll have
but,
to pay people off is what we're getting at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
So,
Yeah. That's a lot of money to raise.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're going to do our best when we're coming back up from Argentina to hit the countries we didn't hit when we were
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
in South America the first time.
Yeah.
So
That'll be fun. It sounds like fun.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it.
Okay,
it's like 6 months
Yeah.
of
Yeah. Fucking 6 months.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I'm trying to actually kind of even save a little bit of money for like a plane ticket home at some point
Just
in
in
time.
case, yeah.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
you know, like need a break, lock the bike someplace,
yeah.
tell Todd to go fuck himself. You know.
Yeah. Have fun, fucker.
I think worst comes to worst, I'll probably just stay in Lima for a week and just chill and
Get some Chinese food. Yeah.
because there was at the apartment that we stay at in Lima, there's this place right around the corner that's just unbelievable.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god,
Yeah.
it's like this fried pork breakfast sandwich
Okay.
with like
Pickled onions and carrots
pickled
on
onions
top.
and
Yeah.
carrots and
Okay.
like sweet potatoes. Oh my god,
That sounds wonderful.
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
it's amazing. It is amazing.
So
After
we'll
being
meet
on
you
a,
in Lima, I guess. Yeah.
do what?
I said we'll meet you in Lima. We'll just
You
be
should meet us in
6
Lima.
months of eating just that. That sounds wonderful.
Oh god, that would be
You're starting here, driving to Alaska, then driving back here.
yeah. I'd like to stop at Glacier on the way. I've never been there.
Yeah, but also that's what I was going to get to a couple questions like just the logistics of that as far as time of year to travel, because obviously Alaska is,
Right.
well,
right.
actually it's not just Alaska; it's getting through northern Canada too.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Well, yeah.
there's that. And then just which direction are you guys going to go? Are you going to try to get certain things? We're going to go
Yeah, you're going to go through different states. When you
West
come back.
Coast up. Are you going to go more Midwest? And
I think
over,
West
or-
Coast up is what we were discussing.
You know, kind of, you know, like one or the other, like West Coast up, and then maybe down through like your Montana. I don't know why I'm gesticulating here. You're
They can hear it.
Yeah, not on the radio. Yeah, they can sense it through there. going down through Montana, Colorado, New Mexico on the way back. The big issue with the Ural is that it does not handle well at like highway speeds. Like 70 miles an hour is like a real sketchy sort of thing to do in the motorcycle. So it really handles like sort of back roads an awful lot better, which kind of makes your journey a little bit longer as far as time is concerned. Sure. But at the same time, I think like adds something to it as well. I mean, highways can be fine, but like when you've got a time frame to keep, but since we don't. But I think the two of us will be doing a lot of camping on the side of the roads.
A lot of hammocks.
Yeah, a lot of hammocks.
Hell yeah.
Crashing with anybody we can along the way.
Well, that was my second question. Because you're on a bike. How much driving can you really handle in a day?
Right.
Then, in some places, like driving through, I've driven through the West a couple of times. There aren't a lot of options.
No.
Sometimes you really have hundreds of miles before the next stop. That's a long, hard day.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I think even just. When I've been the fuel gauge went out on the motorcycle again. Because it's got fuel injection. It doesn't have the like the reserve tank like a regular carbureted bike does. So like I keep running out of gas, and like I think okay, it's fine in a city, but in polar bear land maybe not so much.
Yeah. Oh, fun. No. Let's take a break and we'll come back and do this again. Bye.
I wonder how many people like got babysitters.
Welcome back to the show, buddy.
Yeah.
Segment 2. Concept Penny the show. Still hanging out with Todd Fitt, Neil Perleberg. And we were talking about their trips.
Everything we have planned that we haven't done.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. I mean, that's the best part, It's hoping. Mm-hmm.
Paying.
Well, yeah, paying is the best part, yeah. So, Todd, you said that you might be taking some smaller trips coming up soon, like Virginia.
Well, I'm definitely going. I'm going to Virginia next week.
Because your parents are there, yeah?
I'm going to go see some family, I'll probably go to Philadelphia.
Yeah.
See if there's anything going on in D.C. for y'all.
Sure. There you go.
Because, I really wish we could have done the podcast when I was in Charlottesville for the race riot.
Yeah.
Well,
that would have been a lot
no
of
one
fun.
knew that was going to happen. So.
I didn't. I was having,
So, Neil, can you help me out real quick? Because I cannot remember. Have you taken a trip by yourself recently?
I went and saw my mother.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not really like podcast worthy.
Oh no, it's
he's a
fair
good
because
boy.
like that's a preface to a thing. Because the next question is, do you have the same thing Todd has, where whenever Todd shows up to a place, there's a riot or a bomb going off?
No, I think it's just Todd.
Is it just Todd?
It is just Todd. Yeah.
Chaos is the third heat. Is basically it.
He's just lucky, right?
I'm still here, so I guess I am kind of lucky. I get
Well,
to,
sure. Yeah, you're just stealing luck from other people. That's the thing.
I guess.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like Domino from Deadpool.
I don't feel like
There's
it's
also a
still
character
luck.
in the
I feel
Flash
like
too. Yeah.
I stay
Yep.
out of most of the shit. I mean, like we were in the shit in keto when that was going
Well, yeah,
down.
I mean,
but,
a small like nonviolent demonstration.
Yeah.
But you never know.
but I mean, I was deep in it in Charlottesville. Like I got tear gassed and all kinds of stuff. But,
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that was fun.
And it was just a random thing, right? You were like, you heard about it and you decided that I'm gonna go do it.
Yeah, I was like, I woke up. I was at my parents' house and I was like,
Time to go to the client, really.
I was like,
Yeah.
well, I wanted to like.
I
Went in
also,
Rome.
I mean, I love my parents too, and I do the same thing. Like, I just got to get away.
get the
I just
fuck
got to go
outta
to
here.
the store real quick, or go to a Klan rally, whatever it takes to just get away for a couple minutes. Got to smoke a cigarette, not in front of my sister.
I really just wanted to see what kind of people were there.
Whoa, what the fuck was that?
It's a little bit weird, isn't it?
It's super salty for me.
Yeah.
Whatever. Go ahead.
I mean, it wasn't like I wanted to go to a fucking Klan rally.
Oh
Instead,
no, of course. I mean, why,
just-
why miss it though?
because it was like right in the middle of that. Like we're tearing down all the like
Yeah, the
The
statues.
statues.
the statues and everything, and I was like, I want to know why these people were freaking out. And like, some of the people I talked to, I was like, have you ever read Mein Kampf? No. You ever been to Germany? No. Like what? Like how many Jews do you know? None. Like what?
I want to keep it that way too.
Yeah. Like
Right.
what? Like
Right.
what the fuck are you talking about?
Gold star racist.
Their heritage.
Yeah. Well, my daddy was a racist, so it's if you're
Right.
looking for like
Party lines, yeah.
logic or like knowledge or like I've done my research as a racist, you're just not gonna find
No,
it.
I knew that.
Yeah,
I
of
knew
course.
that, but
I know
like
you do.
I wanted to go in and like actually have a conversation and talk to these people and watch them get the shit kicked out of them.
Yeah.
Which was, was more fun for
Bridge
me.
the gap. See him get pushed off the
I don't want
bridge.
to bridge the gap. I want them to get the shit kicked out of them.
Sure, eventually, yeah.
But you want to understand their motivation. Why are they here? What's their rationale?
Sell me on your
Right.
bullshit.
Right.
Yeah.
You know?
Right. Recruit me. Yeah.
No, I don't want that.
No, but give me a recruiter pitch.
Give me the pitch. Yeah.
At the same time, like, you can, like, political differences are something I think we need to, like, embrace a little bit. I think we're not having the conversations we should be with other people across the aisle, as it were.
Yeah.
But some of those guys there's just no point in having a conversation with them. Like, if you're a committed Nazi in America, like,
you've already lost.
Yeah, like there's nothing I can say as like a Jewy looking guy to like convince you otherwise. And they just walk away. So
I mean, it was interesting. I would definitely. I mean, I want to do the Juggalo thing too.
Yeah.
But like, I'd like to go to more like, well, not necessarily like racism or anything like that, but like maybe like an abortion rally, or some shit. And just
Did we have the thing here today?
there was
a thing today.
There was a
thing.
There was a thing going on at Planned Parenthood this morning. When I drove by
too.
Yeah.
So they were all praying, and I was honking the horn and
Doing your part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
screaming, "You're not going to adopt those kids, you fucks! Let them die!"
Yeah, today was the Don't Separate Families rally nationwide.
Yeah.
And I'm sure we had something here also.
We should have.
Yeah.
I wonder how many people like got babysitters. It's a really good joke.
That's a really good joke. Yeah, no, that's solid. It made me cackle. So. Yeah, no, I had no idea.
Like the rally. I've been to one rally here. I forget what it was for. I think it was education. That's how interesting it was.
There was a women's march.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I was living downtown when Trump got elected, and I was leaving work, and I couldn't get into my apartment because they were all like
Protesting
wow. down South First Street.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck? Which, I'm all right with that, but I want to go home.
Yeah.
I agree with you, but for fuck's sake, go down Lamar.
It's like, did you vote for him or not?
Yeah.
If you didn't vote for him, you've already done your job.
Yeah.
Schrodinger's patriot.
Should
I protest should I protest the protest because I just don't want them to do a thing, or is it just because I just don't want to be inconvenienced?
Yeah.
I get it.
I didn't want to be inconvenienced.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I feel like that's a funny thing because it's the
Because we're Americans. That's how we roll.
That's a it's a flag waving thing for some people where they're like when the president comes to town and you're late for work, like you will die on that part of the mountain. Like this is the reason I do not like Obama or Trump, because he made me late for one fucking day.
Yeah.
Tell you what,
that happens so much. I'm sure is like
I have never. I mean, and Don's is a very liberal place for the most part.
it is, even though it's North
That was
Korean
the only
territory.
time I've ever seen anybody cuss Obama was at Don's Depot when he flew into Austin Bergstrom, and they wouldn't play Jeopardy. They watched Air Force One land, and all the old timers were like, "What the fuck?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
where's Jeopardy not on?"
No, that was JoJo. Yeah.
And Joe, yeah.
Yeah.
Has he ever been on here?
Yeah, a long time ago. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Never again, though, right?
Never.
Yeah.
Okay. No.
No, he did fine.
Yeah. No.
Fine.
He's a fine boy.
He's
Such
We hear what you're saying.
And we're back to the fucking Irish. Where's Kiva when you need her?
But not the fucking Irish. So so you kind of covered this, and I know it seems like old hat for you guys because whatever, but again, kind of a newer show. What happened when you guys were on the trip, the South America trip, with explosions and protests? What did you guys?
I mean,
almost...
we were in two different protests. One in
Right.
Machu Picchu.
One day you were looking for some recording equipment and decided
That was in Bogota.
It was Bogota. Yeah.
Yeah, and-
What was that?
The FARC blew up the mall that we were supposed to be at.
No,
Was it not the FARC?
I think it was
It was like a fraction of them.
some other
A fraction.
weird, a function.
Oh, Jesus.
It's pretty fun. Yeah.
How long's it been since you've been back? You haven't thought of that? God damn, guys.
No. Yeah, some other. I think the big thing for me and Todd was that like you'd hear about something and like you'd read what happened in the newspaper, but it's clearly deeper than that, and you also have like no understanding for how anything works in that country. So you're kind of piecing things together. You're like,
Right.
a bomb did go off. That's bad.
Check.
it's the shopping mall. We'll just go hang out and see if we learn anything, and we don't.
No.
But
Yeah, because you went to go investigate. Yeah,
We did.
yeah.
I mean, and it was like your typical,
It's a roped off
Like-
section of disaster.
like a
yeah.
rope-off section, but like then there's like people leaving flowers and cards and
Yeah.
sorry you're dead kind of thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Not that you'll see it, but wow, sorry.
I love you, Todd.
Lo siento para di muerta. Or, does that make any sense? in Spanish?
Cornucopia de amor.
Uh,
What are you talking about?
yeah, I was trying to like, sorry, you're dead in Spanish. Yeah, but I don't speak the language, so we'll edit this out. Just keep going.
That's a long sentence. Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. This is going nowhere fast.
You guys worry about that so often, but that's basically what we do. So yeah,
Every week.
yeah.
For 6 years.
That's the bread.
6 years?
Yeah.
yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
When's
it
your
was 6
anniversary?
years. Soon.
Yeah, minutes from now, really. I guess. Yeah. Jesus, I completely forgot the anniversary. Well, it's a new show, so we
Yeah.
only have
Oh,
that.
come on. It's still the
I mean, it's the same thing but with a different name, but whatever. But like, yeah,
Yeah.
this is 6 years.
I do like the
basic-
content pending name better.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys doing anything special? You know,
We usually have a Ninja Turtles themed birthday party.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool.
Well, I mean, it's not here yet, but yeah. I usually go out and buy banners and
Actually, I think that
Specialties,
that
whatever.
streamer up
That's
there
what this
is a
is.
remnant from last year.
Yeah.
yeah, there's like a little piece of plastic that's up here, and yeah.
We could always do the one night in Bangkok to celebrate.
Full Murray head. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know how it's Ninja Turtles themed, but I'll do it.
Oh, I'm sure you can find a
sure.
lady boy dressed like a ninja turtle. Neil will find it for you.
Yeah. It's in a folder called taxes. Yeah. Carpentry stuff.
Recipes.
Don't check this. Recipes.
not porn.
At this point, you just call it porn, really.
Yeah.
Just take a look.
It's in a book. It's Reading Rainbow.
Reading porn, Bo.
I thought they were bringing that back.
What's that?
Yeah,
What was that whole thing they
that
were
was like
bringing?
a Netflix show or something.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
I thought PBS brought it. I thought it was on PBS.
I
I
don't
don't
remember.
remember either.
I'm not caught up with anything really.
There was a Kickstarter for it. It came back.
And they made a shit ton of money off of it. Like,
They made a mega shit ton of money.
Didn't Children's Workshop? No, someone sued them though, right?
I don't recall the story of
Okay,
Reading
well,
Rainbow.
We can look. Oh, man.
that's why we have Google.
It's in a book. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
Google
entitled
Rainbow.
porn.
Yeah. Don't look at these. This is all my poetry.
So as correspondents, you guys said you might want to do a shake the rust off kind of mini trip before your big trip.
Yeah, probably. We
Yeah,
need to.
You mentioned Mexico.
Yeah.
Where
Well,
would you go
I mean,
Mexico?
yeah.
I mean, like, of course, it's easy, but where would you go?
I've never been to Mexico City.
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
been to like the East and West Coast, but I've never been to Central.
It's
Yeah.
someplace where it's not just.
Yeah, or Guatemala,
people,
Nicaragua, just somewhere close.
Yeah.
Sure.
You know.
I think one of the things Todd and I have been talking about is this: we have sort of different interests when it comes to traveling. Like, he's far more into sports than I am. I'm far more into naturey sort of pursuits that like even
Try to kill me.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Like polar bears or rape you? Yeah.
Yeah, or
it's
getting
a-
lost in the fucking
it's
Torona jungle.
It's been a year. I need you to.
No. You left me in the jungle to die.
We're not that good of friends.
And you made it out. You lost
Yeah.
20 pounds.
I did lose like 20 pounds.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
See?
What a great fucking diet. Death.
It works for a lot of people. Have you seen Whitney Houston recently? She looks fabulous.
Yeah, her and Amy Winehouse.
Yep. Drug free.
Yep. Both of them.
Speaking of which, I read an article online, and it was a bit of we can edit this out, but it
Or
was
not.
it was about this guy whose wife had died, and part of his therapy process was, I'm assuming fairly early on, was to sleep next to his wife's corpse for a night, and that really helped him.
Who's his therapist?
Yeah.
Sounds
It's
amazing.
like nobody, licensed, I'm sure.
Sure.
And an hour pissed, I think.
Right.
And the title of his article really helped me get past my wife's death. I was like, yeah, but it's also really going to help you never, ever get a date ever again in your entire life.
Oh, sure.
I'm not
Yeah.
going to shake your hand even.
Well,
So-
yeah, that Tinder profile is going to look fucking nasty.
Yeah.
Or he'll find the perfect love, and you're like, hey, I did that too. You know?
Okay, so Mexico or Central America. Maybe back to Canada. I don't know.
We take pictures in front of an Irish bar.
Oh, for Christ's sakes!
You know they're all over, so
I know they are.
yeah. So
It's also a great gimmick for
it's a great
for,
fucking
for
gimmick
the foreign
for
correspondents.
it's
but
Any
great.
country in the world, you'll always find the Irish bar.
Don't go seeking
Well,
them.
that's
but
how
if
we
you-
found.
But yeah,
each other.
don't seek them out. But yeah, when you
Right.
find them, make sure you go.
The Irish found us.
Yeah.
It brought us together. Our mutual hatred.
And somehow we didn't get hepatitis. So
Yeah.
it's,
Yeah, we didn't starve to death.
So your big trip, you're thinking maybe. Sorry, someone's got to keep the train on the track.
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
You think maybe like next April-ish or something like that?
yeah, we'll be taking off. But I think there are plenty of opportunities in between there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
but if you do a shakedown, dust off the rust, you're looking what, December, January?
Maybe
So-
we still might go to Iceland for a couple days just because it's so cheap to get there.
Yeah.
No, and even then, he's headed off to Virginia to see old Linda Fit, his mother,
Yeah,
who was
old Lyndon
delightful.
Tom, who, by the way, married 44 years today.
Oh,
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
That's
congratulations.
8 of them happy, but still 44.
I mean, yeah, they're both miserable fucking people, but that's not true at all. They're
Sure.
very happy.
Nice. Well, yeah, 8 years. I
At
mean,
least
that's
mom
a-
is.
So 8 years ago is when he left the house, right? Is that correct?
Oh, shit, 6. Yeah, they're a lot happier now.
Let's take another break, and we'll come back and do a little bit more show. Bye-bye. My wife would have fucking burnt that place to the fucking
Oh,
ground.
we thought about it.
She's a wonderful woman.
Welcome back to the show, everybody.
Hey!
Segment 3. Guys have been in the show, etc. Yes. So. Can I ask you guys, just
So
because
you're the
of
racist.
what?
Now you're the racist person.
But he didn't say it in the accent, so it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, those are just mouth noises, sir. Can I ask you guys, individually, starting with Neil, what is your favorite thing about travel? Yeah, 30 seconds.
Okay, 30 seconds. Favorite thing about travel? I don't. No, no joke here. It's not being at home anymore.
Okay,
I mean,
okay.
yeah, and that's. I mean, it goes without saying. That's like why you go on vacation. But did you able to leave all your troubles behind to a certain degree? Like everything has to wait,
Yeah.
And especially when you're in like a really, really extremely rural place, you don't even have internet connections or anything like that. So like everything you have to do, like whether it's paying your rent, you need to have taken care of it ahead of time.
Mm-hmm.
You're not responsible to talk to work. You're not responsible to talk to your mother. Anything irritating. Not talking to my mother is irritating, but just put it out there. Be easy. But then everything else just kind of washes away, and like for a brief moment in time, like you were just completely free of actual responsibility.
You're unchained. You're unfettered by it.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unfettered. Wonderful.
Do you find oh, excuse me. Do you find yourself? Would you rather take trips at the spur of the moment, or would you rather plan for a trip so you have less to think about? Like, it sounds like a person, especially with this project, you guys are planning and saving and putting money aside. But like, would you, if given the opportunity, would you rather say like just leave for a weekend, or would you rather actually do that time to plan out a trip and have less stress?
Honestly, it's kind of apples and oranges. Like, there's something delightful about like if you had the time, it's like, hey, like a cheap ticket to wherever for 4 or 5 days and just go figure things out as you go. But there's something I think even kind of nicer about a long-term trip. And in a long-term trip, there is more that kind of goes into
Right.
preparing for that. But
I mean, kind of like. I feel like
This is Neil's turn.
All right.
No,
Yeah.
go ahead. I'm sorry.
I feel like our South America trip, like, I mean, we planned it. Like, we went and bought our tickets, and then it was like, all right, here's kind of what we're thinking about doing.
Yeah.
Whether we do all that or not, we have like kind of ideas on what we want to do. Did we accomplish all those? No, we didn't. But like,
Yeah,
the fun part was
that's not the
to
point.
me.
Yeah.
To me, the fun part was like figuring out when we got there.
yeah, well,
Yeah.
Like,
I think also like one of the things I enjoy, like if you're going to a place, like if you got a chance to read up on it and like understand a little bit of what's going on. So when you get to that famous building in the town center, knowing yada yada happened here, and like
yeah.
you can get a bit more of appreciation for a place if you've got some time to do a bit of research about it.
Sure.
But at the same time, like maybe that I don't know, maybe that clouds your vision a little bit, and just being on the road and seeing things that are new and fresh and have in essence, no meaning to you, like beforehand, and then you just were able to create your meaning right there on the spot. It's something.
I like the just figuring out part. Like,
Sure.
let's figure it out.
That's your favorite thing about travel?
Yeah, and I
get
feel
to a
like,
place and kind of go
when
that
we were
direction.
down there, like, we figured out, like, we're going to go do this. Like, and it was kind of like, some of it was just spur of the moment. Like, oh, let's go to the airport. We're leaving Santa Marta. Let's go to Bogota. Like,
Yeah.
me, Neil, and Kiva, and we went to Bogota and hung out for like 4 days. And
Right.
it was,
Go ahead.
no, go ahead, please.
Between the two of you, who likes scheduling more?
I would say Neil.
Yeah, probably. Although, it's one of those things like there has to be a bit of it done. But I think Todd's spirit is a good thing to have too. It kind of kept me in check a little bit because you don't want to plan out anything too rigidly because then you can miss out on some of the things.
Yeah.
Well, then you end up being a tourist.
Well,
exactly.
and you don't want to have to do something.
Yeah.
Like, it.
Yeah,
I mean,
what's the point of
it's-
vacation if you
like doing what we do is, doing the foreign correspondent stuff. It's, I'm not going to call it a job because it's not a job, but like, calling in, like we know we have to call in on Saturdays.
Right.
Like that's our only thing that we have to do.
That's what we pay you for.
That week. That's right.
Speaking
And
of that,
Those beers ain't free, baby.
you owe us a lot of fucking money. But
We take cocaine.
only in South America.
Okay. I think I have a gift certificate somewhere.
Yeah.
We know a guy you can talk to. But, the rest of the time it's like, we would go to museums and shit like, hey, what do you want to do today? I don't know. Like, let's get drunk. Fuck it. Let's get drunk. Or
Yeah.
let's go to the museum. Let's go to the beach. Let's go do, I want to see a monkey or a sloth or,
Sure,
let's go hunt them. Not hunt them, but like
All right, so between the
sloth hunting isn't as interesting as you think it'd be.
I'll ask you both individually, starting with Todd. What is a thing that will waste a vacation?
What
Like-
will waste it?
It will waste it, yeah. Or ruin a vacation, I guess I should say.
Going with the wrong person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Done that.
Yeah, if you,
Yeah.
going somewhere where neither one of you are you're not interested in what the other person wants to do or whatever. Like Neil and I are both pretty good about doing that. Like, hey, I want to go see this.
Yeah.
Like, I want to see the botanical gardens in Medellin. Done. Like, but I want to go see a soccer game when we're in Lima. Done. Like,
Right.
it has to be a given. In my opinion, it has to be a give and take thing.
Yeah.
If not, then you're going to end up being miserable because you're not going to end up seeing the things that you actually want to see or do.
Yeah.
You also have to realize that you're not going to be able to see everything that you want to see.
Right.
That's just a foregone conclusion.
And it actually means you went to a good place, If you can go over a weekend and see everything, then that place kind of probably sucks,
yeah.
Like we saw this one McDonald's. That's
we've all
basically-
been to Pflugerville.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Well, they have an Aldi now, sir. So
They have a what on Aldi's?
yeah.
The horse meat place. Yeah.
Hell yeah, man. Horse meat's delicious.
Zebra is.
But
Oh yeah?
I think Todd's right, and that was my point. That like if you try to see everything, you're gonna ruin yourself. Like
Yeah.
just go with the flow. Like understand that like you're just there to have fun, and there's no real objective other than just to kind of exist for a short period of time. And more what he's talking about, like if there are things you want to do, with a good travel partner, like you're in this sort of this weird relationship where like, you want to do things together, but at the same time, it's okay to do things apart, and kind of realizing that and like getting your own space from the other person. Because 6 weeks together was, it was a lot. It's a lot for anybody.
We only argued a few times,
Yeah.
but it wasn't anything about like what we wanted to do or how we wanted to do it. It was
Rail
just
size,
like
yeah.
we were together for so long that it was just like, man, I got to go. Like when we got to Montanita, that was where we like spent the night at the club.
Oh yeah.
And Neil went dad mode.
Which I think anyone should have really.
The next, don't get me wrong,
my wife would have fucking burnt that place to the fucking
oh,
ground.
we thought about
She's
it.
a wonderful woman.
Yeah. But like the morning after that, like I love Donkey John, I love Kiva, I love Neil. I was just like, I've been with these people for like 2 weeks, and I'm like, I'm leaving.
Just a minute, yeah.
Like I'm gonna go do my own thing, and I was just going to go to the beach, but obviously, like I do, I ended up at a bar, and I met this guy, and him and I just sat there and drank for like 6 fucking hours and had a great time.
Yeah.
And like, he was like, come back. And actually, there's a picture on my phone I found today of like the 4 of us at this bar. And like, it was like, I got to take them back to do it, but like, I just needed time away from them. And you're going to find that out. Like,
yeah.
You need to take that time.
Me too. Yeah.
So go do your own shit and don't get raped in Alaska.
Yeah.
I mean,
Don't get raped anywhere, right?
Yeah, please.
That's a pretty solid rule for traveling, I think.
Great. fucking
Don't
rules.
get raped is my only advice to you.
It's a small book, but I'll read it.
Rule 1, don't get raped.
So
End of book.
Recently, I came across a website. It's a website, has apps, but whatever. It's a really interesting product. It's called Pack Up and Go. PackUpandGo.com. And I wouldn't mind actually being sponsored by these guys, especially considering the idea of the foreign
Money,
correspondence.
please.
What you do is you tell them that you have this weekend off, and you give them money, and they plan the trip for you.
Do you know where you're going?
No, you have no idea. The only thing they'll tell you is what to pack. So you can kind of get an idea. So they're like, all right, well, bring some beach stuff or bring some mountain stuff or whatever. That's it.
That's interesting.
And so it's like the day before.
Handgun.
As long as you have those days off, handgun, yeah, polar bear repellent.
How
It starts at $300.
But no, not
What?
price. But how much of an itinerary do they give you? Do they just say, here's your boarding pass and your hotel reservation,
Basically,
or
yeah.
they say
Yeah, they do the
"Here
whole thing for you.
Here's
But
the 10 things you're going to be doing on this guided tour.
no, it's not a guided tour. It's like as far as I
And
understand.
where's the condo sales pitch?
No.
Yeah, right.
No, I mean basically it's a product that's bringing back the idea of an actual travel agent, which I love.
Yeah.
But adding that little surprise of like whatever. The hardest part, what I've noticed, because I was thinking about doing it with Andrea, is that it looks like sometimes you might have to get on a bus, and like I don't know about that exactly, because I'm not looking to
Yeah.
explore. I'm looking for a place that I can go explore at and not leave. But being on a bus for longer than 15 minutes, I'm just not into.
Oh.
You know?
Oh, shit.
Bus- being
the
on a
bus
bus-
is an adventure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, I understand that, but like
For me-
I need to know where the toilet paper
26
is.
hours, our record. Yeah.
Yeah. For me, the only purpose for a bus is to take me from the terminal to the rental car terminal.
Sure. I don't want to be on a bus and have to worry about having antibiotic gel.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, I didn't have to worry about that.
you didn't have to worry about it. Yeah.
I just don't worry about that.
Yes, you fucking did worry about that.
That's
Yeah. See. Yeah.
sometimes. Is this?
I don't. Oh, God.
No, is there some sort of indicator as to like sort of what your interests are if you're like
Yeah,
say,
of
say I'm
course, yeah.
75 years old? and
It's a survey. How active are you? What do you like to do? What do you not like to do? Like to go through a whole process, and then when you get through, and they say like, "All right, we'll contact you. Thanks for the money." You know.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they take a premium, which is rad because again,
Oh, they have.
this is like the first version of like for travel agents for poor people, because rich people still use travel agents. They don't just use secretaries.
Yeah,
or
it's
whatever.
called the Amex Platinum card.
Yeah, there you go.
You just call
black
them up and say,
card.
I want to go wherever.
So that's the preface of that product. Do you think you'd ever want to use that product? Is that something you'd be interested in?
No,
letting
because
someone
like
else choose
I
it
think
for you?
I mean I feel like we should try it once.
No, I think it sounds like it'd be interesting. Like, if all they're
Because
doing,
like if I end up in Des Moines, Iowa, I'm gonna be fucking
Yeah.
pissed.
If it's if it's something like that, but
but
If you're okay on literally riding on a bus,
But what if you end
can't
up
be
in,
upset about Des
But what if you end
Moines,
up? Let's reverse it. What if you're from Des Moines and you get this random thing and it says you're going to go to the Pecan Street Festival in Austin, something you'd never ever heard of in your life?
Sure.
That might exist in Des Moines. You might actually have a good time. That's why they would send you there, because you find things.
Have you been to Des
culturally
Moines?
Des Moines is horrible.
Have
I
you
give
been to
that.
Des Moines?
No, I have not.
Well,
Fun things to do in Des Moines.
But the point being, just
get the fuck out of there. I can answer that for you.
That's what it says. Yeah.
All right. I'm just saying, okay, we all agree Des Moines does suck. That's fine.
Yeah.
But a
It should be
place
eradicated.
But if someone said, "Hey, you're going to go to Boise," and you go, "Why the fuck would I go to Boise?" and you end up they have like a festival there that you end up having a great time at.
Boise
it's beautiful.
yeah, I think you're onto something. If you could, like this is someplace I would never have considered, and you
Yeah.
get there and it's like, well, this is actually super great. And I think there's a reason why people live any place. But also, like, if there's some sort of surprise to that component, like this
Yes.
is the days I've given you,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
I mean, heck, even if you show up at the airport with what they've told you to pack, and then it's just like, oh, I print out my ticket and I'm going to Atlanta. I don't know.
Hopefully they wouldn't say like, "Oh, you're in Austin." Like, enjoy Fredericksburg.
Son of a $300, you asshole.
Right. Thanks for the
bus.
$299.
Yeah.
You're going to Fort Worth on the fucking super bus. You're staying at the mall.
Jesus.
It's like time restrictions. Were the last 3 or
I feel
5
like we should try
trips
it.
that you took for leisure purposes? You have upcoming trips planned.
Oh, that's interesting.
You like action, relaxation, culture. What are your hobbies? Like they do that thing. I think there's even like if they're not sure, they'll contact you. It's
The cheapest
it's-
is 300.
I think it was 300. Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah, I'd be down for it. Definitely down
I'll
for
tell you
something
what.
like that.
We'll do a podcast from there.
All right.
That'll be one of our little trips before the big trip.
Little caveat: we will only stay in honeymoon suites.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
It has to have a
Yeah.
vibrating bed,
Or a
Yeah.
heart-shaped bed, or a bed that rotates.
Yeah.
preferably rotates.
Actually, that's in the survey. So
Mirror
Is it
on the
really?
ceiling
God, I hope so.
is a-
I wish
is a-
it did.
that's a firm.
yeah.
Yes.
I gotta have that.
So we went the honeymoon suite. Also,
So Niagara Falls, 1978.
yes,
Yeah.
it has all those things
Yeah.
and mirrored ceilings.
stay at the Holiday Inn with the what the hell was the name from the band from the Blues Brothers? Mike and the Magic Tones.
I think it was Murph.
Murph and the
Magic
Magic. Right,
Tones.
it was Murph and the Magic Tones.
That's lovely.
We'll be right back, everybody.
Don't you go changing.
Let's take one more break, and we'll come back with more show. Bye-bye. No, we kind of got everything we need from that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show, everybody.
Hey, we're back.
Segment 4. Just listen to so many people impersonate Werner Herzog.
We're doing this now.
Segment 4.
Yeah.
The most useless segment.
Yes.
Nothing.
Just
Kind of
reminds
like this
you.
whole episode.
Yeah.
The foreign correspondents who aren't going anywhere.
That's right. Reminds us that time is finite.
That's right.
So this is the part of the show where we actually get the chance to talk about anything you guys wanted to talk about. Anything we missed this week, anything interesting that we might have missed. Like, Neil, what was something that happened this week that you thought was interesting or awful or hilarious or... How do you have foil on your face?
There's like okay. I think that's interesting. This happened. I've been peeling beer bottles.
Talking to the
off, and
fucking
apparently
microphone.
Underneath, okay, yeah, the microphone. Apparently, underneath all Miller Lite bottles now is glitter.
Yeah.
Which is didn't know. And here we are.
The stripper's choice.
Stripper's choice.
Yeah.
Something interesting. I was talking to a friend of mine, and I called a strip club a skin bar, and they were not familiar with that term.
Interesting.
That's because it's called the titter.
It's also, and then I brought up that term, the titter, and they were also not familiar with that term. And I was like, "What do you call it?" It's like, "Well, I call it a strip club." And it's an unpleasant conversation.
I don't think I'd ever want to go to a strip club with someone who can't come up with at least one different name for a thing.
There's more than one name for the titter? I'm just kidding.
Right.
Yeah.
Literally,
If
just
you
said
can't
one.
be hyperbolic, I don't want to see titties in front of you. You know, I'm not gonna spend $20 for some girl to like gyrate on you if you can't just be clever. You know.
No, I think you're understanding. I think we need to expand this into like never go any place with somebody who can't,
Yeah.
come up with new names for things and be fun with things.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or use a microphone, apparently.
Sorry.
That's why
They're-
there's a
they're fighting
fucking
already.
microphone in front of you. You
So-
talk into it.
When did this happen? Where did this happen?
I was talking with my girlfriend about.
Aha.
I mean, just like ironically, or so she thought. So
Yeah.
she's not going to listen to this. It's fine.
Wow.
Well, we'll make sure she doesn't. Wink, wink.
So here's a question
There's
for
got to be a joke somewhere.
a traveling man who's going to take 6 or 7 months or whatever to rule the world. What does your girlfriend think about that?
Yeah, that's a really interesting sort of thing.
The rub.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of caught between two worlds of like, whereas one, you don't want to spend that much time apart from somebody else, but also you have dreams and aspirations in your life. And
So
how
you're
do
going to dump her on Christmas Eve?
Hold on. I can answer that question right now. Hold on. Hey, Vanessa.
Oh, is she here?
Vanessa. Come here for a second.
It's not really working.
I don't really want her on the podcast. It's a joke we have.
I know.
I'm mean to her, and then
Yeah,
she just takes it.
don't be. We'll ask her the question if she ever gets the fuck over here.
No, this isn't really working.
she's not coming in.
All right, never mind.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for the shot, Stout.
So, hold
All right.
for edit.
No editing.
Hey, I tried to get that.
So,
Question
finish your thought, please.
Well, I mean, it's
Jesus Christ.
Murray head strikes again.
We just need
I
to
mean,
get on
like,
a plane.
in any relationship, there is give and take, and you have to be supportive of one another's dreams. You know, we make sacrifices, and I don't think it's going to be easy on either side. But you can't. I think go forward with those sorts of regrets. You know, if this is the time, I don't have kids. You know,
Yeah.
I don't have
Oh, yeah, yeah.
an active
Thank God.
career. Yeah, thank God. So if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it now, and it's if I don't do it, I'll always regret it and hold it against whoever person kept me from doing that.
yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
You know, I think
Fair
there's certain
point.
concessions that have to be made, like finding places where she could visit me within the journey or coming back home and you know, breaking that up a little bit. But it does the whole like leisurely part of it is kind of lessened to a certain degree. You know, you want to maybe hustle things up here and there. You know,
I got you. You know, Todd's like, I don't care.
Yeah, I'm going. Like,
no, we're going. We're going.
Yeah, like,
Sure.
you're either in or out. I'm going.
Right.
Like,
But if you wanted to stop for like 3 weeks to learn how to weave baskets, like we're probably going to skip on that. You know?
All right. Here's a question for Todd then.
All right.
Who would you not want to spend that much time away from?
Ooh.
And why is it Nick Caneto?
Nobody they're gonna think of. Like,
Okay.
it's not that I don't love my loved ones. It's more of like I'm in. Like, we have been discussing this shit. We've got pretty much a 5-year plan.
Sure.
That's gonna happen.
Yep.
That's the like.
Yep.
All right.
I've planned this shit out with him
Yep.
way before anything else has ever happened.
Yeah.
So
But Vanessa's come, Vanessa's go. It's,
yeah,
it's totally fine.
But I mean, ask her. This is if you want. You want the question? Come on, here. Ask the question. Then why are you here? They want to ask you the question. Come here.
No, really, we're good, Todd. We're good.
You sure?
Yeah.
All right.
No, we kind of got everything we need from that. Yeah.
Yeah. She knows I'm going. So,
Yeah.
but I don't know where else to go with that. I have Neil. I'm stuck with Neil. Neil's my
Yeah. Your soulmate.
yeah, like the most unfortunate soulmate there is.
You have a most
you can't
unfortunate
make a-
soul.
Wow.
Did I just quote Little Mermaid? I think I.
Maybe. I don't know. I've only seen it in Spanish.
With that mustache, you're probably right. Yeah. Yeah. You should know some kids movies. Actually,
Wow.
Not unfair.
I actually think it looks good on you.
What? Really?
generous.
Yeah, I think it looks nice. Actually, yeah. Yeah. Oh, it's clean. It's put together. It's on purpose. I mean,
Okay.
yeah. Huh? Okay.
Huh.
Whatever. I mean, I also have a type, so whatever.
Yeah.
Reminds me of childhood.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Crazy Uncle
Touchy.
Neil.
Crazy Uncle Neil. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to go in the basement again.
I have,
Oh,
I have no jokes at this point.
if it's Neil, it won't be in the basement. It'll be wherever.
That's true. In any forest.
Wow.
The laughter of any child. So Todd, what happened? What happened this week? What happened this week in the news or entertainment or whatever that you want to talk about?
I don't know. I've been trying to not pay attention this week.
Trying to means you heard something. What did you hear?
No, just the whole like Trump bullshit with like separating families and shit.
Yep.
And, white people thinking that they were in America first, and
Isn't that fun?
yeah, it's great.
Mhm.
It's that's pretty funny.
Yeah, that old chestnut. Yeah.
Yeah, just stupidity abundant in this country.
Oh,
It's,
yeah.
I mean, just it's irritating as fuck. Actually, like
We
it's,
weaponized the fall of Rome.
like what I would love.
I like it.
Like,
That's good.
Oh no, like the torch that burned Rome down is well lit. Like,
Oh yeah, yeah.
this fucker's going down. But like we'll have Space Force, so that's good.
Thank
Yeah.
God.
Thank
Yeah.
God.
No space immigrants.
Yeah.
That border is closed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you like to know more?
Yeah.
Big giant wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
Well,
around.
I mean, it'll be
cannot
easy
see that,
because the
Don.
world's flat.
It's funny because like the joke about the big giant wall and Space Force, the wall that separates America, whatever, it reminds me back to fucking South Park. Yeah, was it South Park where where alien life has said no, you fucked up, so we're going to keep you from being able to go any farther than you are now because you couldn't do the right thing. Do you remember this?
No.
Or was it Simpsons?
I thought
There was some piece of entertainment where
in South Park, Earth got canceled.
well, Earth got canceled, yeah. But eventually, Earth fucked up so much because everyone was being so stupid in something, not just South Park, somewhere, that the universe came down and said, all right, no, we're blocking you off from everything else. Like this is as far as you're ever going to go farther because you were on a trial membership, and you just
I don't know.
yeah.
I won't say the Earth
like
is
8 or 10
stupid,
years.
but I'm pretty sure our country has jumped the shark pretty hard. Like
yeah.
we have,
But
just,
we've jumped the shark with the most American gusto you've ever seen. God damn it.
Fuck yeah, we did it better than any other country.
Yeah, we are dumber than any other country, and you should be proud.
Fuck yeah. Yeah.
What the fuck?
We could enact in a monstrous like foreign policy like without even fucking trying.
Oh, yeah.
This is- yeah. Like
Yeah.
we're like we no. I mean we criminalized. You have people
Patriotism.
People coming over here illegally. That's fine, but we labeled them criminals and we treated them like criminals.
Yeah.
And what we got was clearly these people are not criminals. They just broke the law, and we separated their children, and their children are still separated. And it's it's the most shameful period in the last 20 or 30 years of this country.
Here's my
Did
thing.
it.
It's super gross.
Here's
Yeah.
my thing, and you guys might hate me for this. I think Trump, honest to God, not kidding. This is not a joke.
Here we go.
Trump is
Wait, hold on. I have a sound effect for this.
All right. There you go. Trump is the perfect president to represent the American people.
sure.
I mean, not necessarily like us, because I don't think.
Oh no,
like,
no.
I'm talking like my relatives.
Yeah,
like
he's a metaphor. He's a metaphor
he's
for where we are.
like-
right. Yeah.
Well, for about half of us, yeah.
oh my God, like just
half of us, but also what 100% of the rest of the world sees.
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
that's true.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
we're so fucking great. We're so fucking why are we so fucking great? Like what's
Because our greatness is the source of our awesomeness.
I mean, I wouldn't be.
yeah.
Don't you get it?
That's just how great we are.
I wouldn't be surprised by the end of his presidency, like 20 years from now, if he does not commission a full-on different version of every single song that we sing at baseball parks or football stadiums. Like, I'm certain that he is working on some kind of like, let's make a song about me and how I've made America cool.
So he's
Like,
the most jingoistic person to ever exist.
Not, I wouldn't say jingoistic. I just like he just has a kind of flair of a
Well,
salesperson.
he literally
you know?
does hump flags on stage.
But
so-
how
but
the
it's-
fuck does I don't understand how the religious right is all about him.
I know.
Like, if I jizzed all over a porn star's face, I'd never get elected.
But he came inside of her. I think that's
Yeah, like a good,
One time,
like,
he's
He's
like
like a
Christian-
gentleman.
like a
That's not
good
in there.
Christian boy would.
Yeah.
Yeah. yes, like an evangelical. Yeah.
Because every sperm is sacred.
Well,
sir.
no, I mean, like,
God
what about
can't see
Mormons?
it if
Maybe
it's
he's just
inside her.
soaking. I feel like Trump is just soaking.
Sure.
that's
Yeah.
no. I mean he's he's a goddamn mascot for horrible fucking things.
He's the mascot for white trash America.
Yeah. But
But the fact of the matter is that that should make you scared enough because like it proves the fact that like there is a shit ton of white trash America.
no, I
There is.
completely agree with you, Todd. Like there is unfortunately a very large percentage of
Uneducated, narcissistic
our nation
fucks.
that
Contingent.
that is us. Unfortunately,
My whole thing is, every single fucking person that says love it or leave it is the exact person that should actually leave it and go see something else.
Yeah, because
Like-
they don't actually love America for what they should be loving America for.
Yeah,
it's
like-
it's like a very open place, which is
melting
accepting.
pot, acceptance.
Yes.
The,
world-
the place,
But not the Irish.
yeah.
But
goes-
not
goes without saying.
Yeah, Neil and I, our hatred for the Irish.
yeah.
Island folk. Just
I like island folk, just not Irish folk.
Oh, island folk.
Yeah.
I don't like how they do it.
Just oh my god. Like,
So,
I
any
don't know.
movies you saw recently, or
I do want to say this. Solo was a lot better than people are giving it credit for.
I would agree with that.
I
It was
would say
not a
so.
bad movie.
Solo
no,
was a-
it's the problem is it's not a good movie either.
It's not bad. It's not great. It's not the greatest Star Wars film. It's way better than like The Last Night by a long shot.
Last Jedi?
Last Jedi.
The Last
Yeah,
Jedi. Like without a doubt. Like The Last Jedi was fucking trash.
I, on that point specifically, because I'm an American, I can say things wrong.
Pacifically.
Yeah, and never apologize for it. God damn it.
Those fucking Islanders that live in the Pacific.
As an American, you're saying it right.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's not the Queen's English; it's American English.
Yeah, we perfected it.
Perfected.
Supposedly, yeah. But to that point, Last Jedi versus Solo, one is a demonstratively bad movie, Last Jedi. The other is not great, but also not terrible.
It's good.
I wouldn't say it's good, but it's not terrible.
I would totally watch it again.
But I still would say it's better than The Last Jedi.
Oh, without a doubt.
Watching something again doesn't mean it's good. They're not mutually exclusive. Saying something's good and you like it are also not mutually exclusive.
I think it's a good movie.
If you think it's a good movie, then you can break it down critically. If you like the movie, like, for example, what was my favorite movie of all time?
Club Paradise is mine.
Hudson
I'll say
Hawk?
that.
Well, no. My favorite movie of all
Hudson
time
Hawk
was
was good.
Schwarzenegger.
The Last Action Hero.
Last Action Hero.
What?
I love the fuck of that movie. I will never argue that it's good.
No, it's
for
not
a
good.
fucking second.
It's better than The Last Action Hero.
But which is?
Solo? Yeah.
No, absolutely not.
Arnold
No,
Schwarzenegger
come
wasn't
on.
even
I haven't
in that
seen it.
fucking movie.
Well, then how the fuck do you know?
Well, because I know. Because
You don't know shit.
because better now we're arguing whether or not you liked it more.
I'm not saying I
Is
like
it-
The Last
is
Action
it
Hero.
gooder? I mean,
I mean, yeah, there's the Trump coming out there.
right.
We're gonna make it We're gonna make America gooder again.
Yeah.
Well, he's emboldened all of us that our opinions are actually fact. And
Yeah.
that's,
Yeah.
it's not a bad place to be.
It's not a bad place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
You know?
fucking media telling the truth. What a fucking assholes.
Yeah.
Tell
what I want to hear.
Oh man.
So shots.
Yeah, let's do that.
That's all you can do at
Let's
this
add
point.
booze.
So what should we shoot?
What should we shoot to?
cheers?
Well, we got 4th of July. America's birthday this week.
Well,
We do.
that
Yeah,
and
so,
also like
yeah.
maybe the next
2000
time we do a foreign correspondence episode, Neil and I will actually be going somewhere.
Okay, cool.
Okay, yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
we'll send you. Maybe we'll send you to a place you've never been before.
yeah, so
Yeah.
if you don't like it, then get the fuck out. It's fine.
Yeah, there we go.
We're trying.
Maybe you guys should be sent back to Mexico. Get me
I
an
wouldn't
interview
mind
with
that.
MS-13. That's what I want.
Actually, isn't there an election coming up soon? The new president?
Yeah. Is that?
Yeah,
Which is-
we'll
which is
find
insane.
out tomorrow.
Yeah.
I was reading an article today.
I
That,
just actually he died. All
What?
all the candidates are dead now.
Okay.
I was reading
okay.
like a New York Times article today. Apparently, the 9 months leading up to this election, 130 politicians have been buried in that
politicians.
crime.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
so
wanna know
I guess our
something-
democracy's okay.
Yeah.
You want to know something weird?
But let's help North Korea.
When I was living in Mexico, there was a presidential election, and I was not allowed. I was living in Cozumel, and I was working in bars in Mexico. You are not allowed to serve a Mexican nationalist, like a person from Mexico. You're not allowed to serve them booze
On election day?
on election day. You are legally not. You will go to jail
Huh.
if you serve a Mexican person.
Wait, how the fuck would you know?
You have to ID.
Is it on their AD that they're?
Well, they
like,
have
if they have a Mexican
driver's
license,
license or whatever, yeah.
and like you are not allowed to serve them. Like you're allowed to serve tourists, but you are not allowed to serve a Mexican.
I guess
because
I thought you also added politician to it too. So.
well, politicians used to fucking just take people to the bars and get them drunk, and then
scoot them around,
and then scoot them to the election.
Yeah.
Vote for me. I bought beer.
Look,
You-
get
yeah,
the fuck.
in Mexico, you're not like bars are legally not allowed to serve Mexicans.
So that means that Mexico has at least one more rule about our about election day than we have.
Yeah,
Yeah. No, we have a couple.
We
yeah.
have some rules.
Yeah, mostly
Yeah.
no brown people, no black people.
Well, 3/5 of black people.
None of them good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't have a day off for elections. You have to go on your time off at lunch.
Yeah.
Which most people can't afford to do.
But you get a sticker, so it's
yeah, that makes it all worth it.
Yo soy
you know
you
what?
get posted on your
Because
Instagram.
that sticker has an American flag on it. God
yeah.
damn it, America!
Thank God, America.
Look, Canada.
Jesus.
Oh, but it's hard for. I mean, it's hard to get to Canada. It's hard to live in Canada because they have strict rules about how to get in.
Yeah, you have to either have money or marry a Canadian.
Well, there's points. There's a point system to it. If you want to work in Canada, you actually have to they go through a survey and say what are you worth? Did you go through this kind of school? Did you finish this school? What are you doing now? How long have you been doing it? Like they have a point system for it. Like I'm not saying Canada is perfect or bad, but like that's an actual system for a thing that everyone wants to run to Canada. But like if you're not a doctor right now, oof,
You know you can't go to Canada if you have a DUI.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
but to be fair to Canada, they also have like a legal proceeding. If you, like if you were in there illegally, like you'll have to be in front of a judge, and there's no question of that. Like the president has done in this country, where just like no trial, no proceeding, just get the fuck out. Which yeah. But also, I was gonna say something smarter, but yeah, we just took another
When
shot,
do you
so,
think?
yeah.
Because like I was gonna say, like to be fair to Canada, when do you think is the first time that someone has actually said that?
Say
Because
what?
I feel like before Obama, no one's actually had to say those words. To be
What words?
To be fair to Canada,
Oh yeah.
because it's always been like, yeah, they're fine. They got their own shit.
They're the most polite people in the world.
Healthcare started coming through, and it's like, well, fucking
You know,
healthcare
there-
was like Canada has it. Like, well, fuck Canada. Like,
You
no,
know,
but
there's
to
a
be fair
law-
to Canada,
There's a law in Canada that if you get into a car wreck and you say you're sorry, it's not. You can't use that in court.
any lawsuit, yeah,
Any lawsuit.
yeah, that is
Like-
it's
Pronounced sorry.
sorry, yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, what if you say you're sorry?
Apologies are not admissible in court. Yes.
Yeah.
Like if you murdered 16 people and
Sorry.
you apologize to the one person's left, they will not use that as admissible guilt.
You're just being Canadian.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
And it's being polite, which Americans aren't.
No, not at all.
Not anymore.
Definitely not.
But they love to think they have manners.
We have the best fucking manners in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My manners are so fucking amazing.
Our manners,
suck my
our manners are so great. We don't have 47 knives and forks. We need one fork and one knife. That's it. Maybe a spoon for dessert if you're having ice cream.
Well,
None
You know
of that
what? I'm
fancy
actually kind of
salad
in
and fork
Texas-
shit.
in Texas-
I
you
got to
can
be
also-
honest with you. I'm kind of okay with that.
we chocolate, strawberry, vanilla. All right,
No.
those are the only fucking ice cream. Fuck all that bullshit. All right.
Strawberries for the weirdos.
Yeah.
Ben and Jerry, more like Ben and Gary.
Right. It's Adam and Eve, not Adam and Jerry. Yeah. All right, this is the end of the show.
Wow.
Where can we find you guys online?
Facebook.
Porn at porn.com.
Pornhub.com/foreign correspondence.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
You can
Watch
Google
Neil and his monster mustache.
What would you call it? The Persian mistake? What was it?
Persian mistake. I don't
Sounds
know.
like gas escaping.
Jesus, Mel Brooks.
Yeah, you can find me. You can find my inactive Facebook account as with a picture from I think last summer,
Yeah.
maybe 2 years before that.
You know what you should do? You should get back on and put the Randy Macho Man Savage.
Looking into
picture.
the sunset.
Yeah,
Oh,
that was a good picture.
Thank
You can
rest in
find us
peace.
at on Facebook at the Foreign Correspondents. You can find us at the Foreign Correspondents on Instagram. You can find me by my name. You can find Neil by his name.
You can also find us as
You can always listen to Toto.
Yeah.
Not the Weezer version.
The Weezer version is good.
No, fuck you.
You're
Why, that means a lot because that's the only song he likes.
I know. So
he fucking killed it, and it's not even because like he
Interesting.
killed it. It's
Interesting.
because that fucking kid on Twitter made it happen.
Sure.
all right, that's a different story.
Hey.
I know the back. I
That's
don't know
for the
the
next time
backstory.
you guys come.
Yeah.
Yeah. After we send you on a fabulous vacation to
Africa.
Africa.
Oh.
Yeah.
Akron, Ohio. It rains there too. It's fine.
Yeah, it does rain in Akron. I've seen it.
Neil, Todd, thanks for coming and hanging out with us, man.
Pleasure's all here.
Always so much fun to hang out with you guys and see you bicker like schoolmates.
Chums.
He's an
Yeah.
asshole.
The whole world is a prison.
The whole world is a prison,
The whole world.
and the bounty on my head is $3.
Dark scope of nothingness
Yeah.
encompasses
Nature
us all.
is the warden.
And the warden is retired.
This whole episode has gone to shit.
Fuck yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Dylan, thanks for helping run this episode.
Yeah.
If you like the show, you want to know more about the show, you can go to contentpending.com. It's contentpending.com. Contentpending.com. Ringtones, Pokemon codes. You can go to facebook.com/contentpending the show. Yes, please. Content Pending the show or Content Pending. You can go to add those things. You can go to @Content Pending on Twitter. You can go to Instagram, contentpending.com. It's DOTCOM spelled all the way out because it's still negotiations have broken. between
What?
yeah, that's awful.
Jesus.
Yeah, she's 16. She doesn't have legal representation. You can go to iTunes or Google Play, or you can go to the Stitcher Store. You can go to any place where you can find podcasts on your phone or anywhere else. You can actually download Content Pending, or you can just yell at your smart speaker. You
That's
can
right.
say, "Hey, smart speaker, play podcast Content Pending." and it will play it. Like, so if you're Amazon
Please don't tell me
Echo, or
what
if you have a
happened.
fucking Google Home or whatever, Apple TV, what was Apple's version of this?
Apple just has podcasts.
Well, no, their
Hold on.
smart
Siri.
speaker,
Wait a minute.
smart speaker thing.
It's gonna take a lot to take me away from you.
Actually, that mustache
There's
is pretty
nothing
familiar.
100 men or more could ever do.
I don't. Yeah.
We are not gonna be Simon and Garfunkel.
It's not in the key that I usually sing in. So it's,
Oh, you want you need a vocal capo?
No.
please-
no,
Oh my
I-
God.
yeah,
Let's just end this.
I feel like we have failed you this evening, and I'm all right with that.
Oh, no. It's been great.
just like my father.
Questions at contentpenny.com. 802-359-7468. That's 802-359-SHOT. That is a shot line. That's our shot line. You can call or text. You can leave a message. You can say whatever you fucking want, and we will respond to it in kind. If you actually fucking do it, you simple people. You can go to...
You simpletons, you fucks.
They're not listening at this point. Threadless.com. Threadless.contentpending.com. You can find all the things that we've sold and all things we like. If you want to buy any of the things we want...
What?
Just fucking... If you're the first
Give
person...
us money.
If you're the first person to buy a shower curtain with the Content Pending logo or the Drunkcast logo, we'll give you $50. We'll give you money back. If you're the 100th person to actually do that thing and get that thing, show us a picture, we'll give you $200.
I think if you're the third person to do it.
Wait, so I can buy a shower curtain.
Not if you're on the show.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm not going to help you. I'm going to help you fuel your trip, but not in that way.
VistaFront.com. Here come the foreign correspondents.
Yeah.
We gotta go places.
It's like a Damn Giants album. Anyway, I'm Travis. I love you so much. I will see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Content pending.